Hello and welcome to Gap38.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
alright?
alright? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't work when they can't respond.
Yeah. Hang on. Try again.
Hello and well, yeah, you're right, yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do
it again.
Hello and you're right, yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
Hey, good.
Cool.
That one's got wheels
I'll
on.
just go sit back over here.
That one's got wheels on.
Yeah.
That's the fancy chair. That's got wheels on.
So was the chair. Oh, right. Okay. Hello. Welcome. Nice. Welcome. For those of you who haven't watched or do watch, or yes, for people that just stumble across us by accident, this is completely improvised. We have no idea of what we're going to say, what we're going to say, or how we're going to say it. Well, we know how we're going to say it. We have our mouths and words come out.
Yeah, but we don't know in what order.
That's very true. We don't know order in what.
Wibble.
Yes, indeed. So there is but one.
Juan.
We're going to go through this every week. That's it. One.
Juan. From two to one.
One.
From one to two.
It's a Spice Girls walked in. When two become one. Fuck, I know a Spice Girls song. Why would I know a Spice Girls song?
There's knowing it, and then there's actively deciding to make the reference.
Yes, I know. All right. Anyway, there is only one trigger warning, which is
Fuck trigger warnings.
thank you. You've been warned. So if you're easily offended,
Fuck off.
yes. If you're not easily offended,
well, stay around if you want to.
Okay. If you've got a sense of humour, there's no point much. Unless it's really bizarre, weird, and twisted like us.
Yeah, unless the sense of humour is very British in its nature.
Yes. And you can tell it's improvised because look, I'm looking up news on my phone. Right.
And I promise that wasn't just a black screen with reflections. He's got his phone in dark mode.
Look, it's news on the phone. Okay. The tactic monkeys have adopted to settle stomachs after eating junk food. Right. This comes from Sky, and you know Sky have got it wrong because they say monkeys eating cells to settle upset stomachs from junk food, says research. Chocolate, crisps, and other similar foods have negative digestive effects on the macros, but on the macrocues, but the soil can alleviate symptoms, researchers say. Right?
Yep. Because?
Yeah. Monkeys in Gibraltar. They're not monkeys. They're Barbary apes.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
No, because
they're apes. They're filthy, thieving bastard apes.
Does it say monkeys in Gibraltar on the top of the rock, or does it say monkeys in Gibraltar?
It says monkeys in Gibraltar.
So there might be monkeys within the Gibraltar town. There might be other people's pet monkeys that have escaped into the town. We don't know. So have you looked?
So monkeys in Gibraltar.
Have you looked over every square inch
British
of Gibraltar?
Robberies. That's no disrespect to any of our armed forces. I toss my fringe to you because I don't have a hat. And yes.
Tap the curls, tap the curls.
Yes. Right. Tap the forelock. Yes. Yes, because I have utmost respect for anybody who is in the British Armed Forces. Yeah, someone's coming into the studio. Oh, the director's in.
We really need to get the red light attached.
We do, don't we? Come on, director. Up you come. Come and say hello. Woo-hoo. There we go. Right, the director's in the studio now. Okay. Yes. Have we got it right? Yeah. Okay. This is for you. See, we told you it's improvised. What are we going to do now? Anyway, Donald Trump got shot at again, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he got evacuated last weekend from a dinner after hearing gunshots outside the dining hall.
Was he maybe celebrating something in a school? It's America.
It's America, yeah. Yeah. Perhaps it was a teacher's day. Bentley, what are you trying to do? Yeah. This will get the viewers going, won't it? It'll get us a sympathy vote. They'll be going, oh, look at the doggy. Bentley, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Good. Well, just sit there then. Right. So, yeah. Yeah.
Derailed your entire episode you have.
Yes.
Big yawn as well.
Yes, right. You're getting down
filming.
now. Right. You're going back out now. Going back out now. Flood of light. There you go. Right. Oh.
What? Blinded by the director's approach.
Oh, excuse me.
Producer's approach, director's approach.
Yeah.
I forget what job he has.
He is, doesn't he? He just is.
Yeah.
Yes, he just is. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, Trump is being shot at again. Trump is withdrawing his support for the British claim for sovereignty for the Falklands. It's not a claim for sovereignty for the Falklands.
Oh, okay. Kind of is.
Coffee. No, it isn't.
No, it kind of is because.
You fucking Argentinian treacherous traitor, fucking, I'll get you hung.
No, listen to me. It's a claim for sovereignty because we are all just hairless apes roaming this land, making up our rules as we go along. Nobody has a claim to any part of the land. Britain doesn't claim Britain because that's the way it should be. Britain claims Britain because that's the way it's been for so long that everyone's just gone, yeah, all right, whatever. Right? Why do you think wars happen?
So we're at war with Eurasia again.
No, I'm saying the entire system needs to be boiled up and taken out the pan.
Yeah. Because we didn't start the fire.
No, but we should go back to having 150 people per tribe as half a bajillion tribes scattered all across the planet.
Yeah. And trading chickens.
Chickens for donkeys and sheep for cows.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, they're at again in Parliament, aren't they? Mandelson. Did he or didn't he? It's a bit like the old 1970s hairspray advert. Is she or isn't she wearing hairspray? So did he or didn't he know? Was he told? Was he not told? If it was not told, is this a conspiracy by the civil service to oust him because no one else has got the bollocks to stand up and say, "Kia, fuck off"?
Oh, he knew. He knew. Mandelson most certainly knew what he was doing on that island.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm saying that did Keir Starmer know that he had failed vetting?
Oh, asking about Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mandelson knew what he was doing. But did Keir Starmer know? Did our great leader, Sir Keir Starmer,
did our supreme, powerful, knighted man of the people,
yes,
yet knighted man of the commoner,
the yeah, the knighted socialite, yes,
yeah, the knighted Republican. Why does that sound like
the knighted Republican?
Yeah,
that sounds like
a story. That sounds like a novel, doesn't it?
Well, I was thinking it sounds like a pub.
The knighted Republican. Tell you what, I know we've only done 10 minutes, which is a third of the normal episode. Shall we love you and leave you and all go down for the knighted Republican? 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's the new name of the local Conservative club, the United Republican.
The Knighted Republican.
Could even be the Reunited Republican. No, the Knighted Republican. Yes. Yes, there's a Conservative club meeting in the United Republican. Kevin Bacon not saying, "Oh, welcome to the Republican."
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know if he is anti-monarchist.
No, neither do I. Well, he can't be because he accepted his knighthood.
But he might be the United Republican.
He might. Well, yes, actually, he might be the United Republican.
He accepted his knighthood and then became anti-monarchist, or
Absolutely.
became anti-monarchist, and knew that the knighthood would get in places in politics, so accepted it anyway.
Mm.
You don't have to like someone to make a business deal with them.
So, are you trying to say that Keir Starmer is a slimy, fucking two-faced git?
I'm not trying to say anything that would get me done for conspiracy against Parliament. I'm not trying to say anything that would get me done under all of the new laws that have stripped away our free speech. All I'm simply doing is pointing out the fact that I don't know.
Is that television? Did it just switch itself off?
Hello, Winston.
Yeah.
We are watching.
42 years late, 1984, 2024, 26. Yeah.
Well, he does actually say in the book, Winston does actually say in the book, that nobody actually knows what year it is. We just keep being told it's 1984 because that's what the party want us to believe.
So Eurasia or East Asia? We're at war with at the moment.
We are at war with Eurasia. We are at peace with East Asia. That is the way it has always been.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we've suddenly gone silent. What else is in the news? I put my phone down.
Yeah, you're the news guy. You're the
I'm the news guy.
You're the one in control of the news this season, apparently, this series.
I'm not in control of anything.
We know. I mean, oh, come on, sympathy or
It's sadder than that. Where are we? That's all. Trump evacuated after gunfire. Yeah, that must have been a stormtrooper.
Trump's just got plot armor. Yeah. Oh, Donald Trump's the main character.
Yeah.
Oh no. Or is he the main character?
I don't know.
Or is he the main? Is he the protagonist or the
PM,
antagonist?
I will fight next election. Oh, it's only a week away, isn't it?
Yeah, I will fight next election. Yeah. Come here.
Yeah. Oh, Rayner, it's now or never to kick out Keir. 2 years ago, they were like that.
Yeah.
Like that. They both had funny fingers.
2 years ago, they were linking arms, frolicking in the fields of. Where do they go on holiday?
I don't know.
I know that's based all their money.
No, they weren't frolicking in the fields. That was his Asian rent boys. That was. Oh, sorry, the 3 people that have been accused of arson.
Anyway,
yeah. What? I'm only saying what the rest of the world is thinking.
Yes, and the TV just turned itself back on.
Falklands tell bully Trump to back off. Absolutely right. The Falklands are British. They've always been British. Ask the people of the Falklands if they want to be British or Argentinian. They'll tell you they want to be British.
Yes.
Yes.
But they haven't always been British. They used to be Pangaea.
Yeah. But then, yeah. How long ago was it Pangaea?
A few billion years.
Well, exactly.
And then they were sovereign island nations to a couple of dozen penguins.
Exactly. Yeah, and then the Royal Navy needed somewhere to repair their ships in the Antarctic.
South Atlantic.
So we decided to lay claim to the Falkland Islands.
And there was nobody there for us to shoot at, so we just planted a flag and built a dockyard.
Yeah, a bit like the Americans in 1969 when they went to the moon. They planted a flag and went, hey, we're here. So the moon's actually American. I wonder if that flag is still there.
Yes, it is.
Blowing in the wind.
No, it's not. There's no wind.
It looked like it was blowing in the wind.
Yeah, there's no atmosphere up there to blow it in the wind.
I know.
That was the inertia of him trying to stabilise it as it was fighting with the mild and low gravity.
All right. So because there's no gravity, the flag looks like it's blowing in the wind.
Because the gravity is really low.
Yeah.
And the way that they set it up,
I find gravity really low. It's like ground level. Anyway, told you it's improvised.
There's only 15 minutes of this left.
This is the one with autism and ADHD.
As if you don't have both never diagnosed.
Never diagnosed, therefore I don't know it.
That's not. Oh, yes. I haven't been diagnosed as an amputee, but my arm's missing.
Hmm.
Do you realise how silly that is?
But if you was an amputee, then you would have been diagnosed with it, because that means that you had both and they cut one off.
Well, not if it got lost in an accident.
Yeah, but it'd still be diagnosed as an amputee, wouldn't it? Because you don't just like have an accident and go, fuck, where's my arm gone?
Well, I mean,
I was walking down the street and my arm just fell off. I don't know.
I mean, if you have,
I went out with 2 arms, went to the pub, only come back, got one.
if you have an emergency, did you wake up in a bathtub as well?
Eh?
Did you wake up in a bathtub as well?
No.
That's why you got diagnosed with it.
Yeah, went to the pub, 2 arms, came back, fell in the bathtub, woke up, only 1 arm. What?
How many kidneys you got left?
I've got 2. I don't know whether they work very well, but I've got 2.
Well, that bathtub clearly did a bad job. It took an arm and left your kidneys.
Yes. Yeah. Bit like this place that we bought, it's costing me an arm and a leg. And I fall over on 1 arm. And
Anyway.
go swimming just round in circles.
No. You lose this arm. You lose 1 arm.
Yeah.
You lose the opposing leg.
Right.
Right? You stroke and kick, and you're doing that.
Yeah, but what if you lose both sides? If you don't have left arm, left leg.
If it's costing you an arm and a leg, you can choose which arm and leg to sell for.
Oh, that's very true. That's very true. No, under this government, they're just going to fucking take it anyway, aren't they?
Oh, hang on, I'm just hearing in now. We're at war with Eurasia. We're at peace with East Asia. That is the way it has always been.
Okay. But 10 minutes ago, it was the other way
No,
around.
it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't, Winston.
Yes, it was.
2 plus 2 equals what, Winston?
5.
Well done. Keep wearing your blue overalls.
Excuse me. Yes. Rats on face. You don't have to put the cage of the rats on anymore, do you? Because 650 of them in fucking Parliament.
325.
Sorry?
325.
325. All right.
Half of them are rats, half of them are snakes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then you got the House Lords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they turn up.
Yeah. If they can stay away, because what have you noticed? You ever watch the House of Lords? One going, time to vote. Aye. I don't know. Aye. Okay. Pub's open. Pub. Yeah. The bars are open. Discounted beer on behalf of the taxpayer. Thank you, taxpayer.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And from what I've heard too, not that I was ever in the private fuging rooms, but from what I've heard too, it's actually not bad beer.
Yeah, apparently it's really good. Yeah, of course it would be, wouldn't it?
And apparently even their soft drinks on tap are pretty nice as well down there.
Really?
Not that I would know because I've never been down there, but
no.
So I've been told from reliable and trusted sources.
Yes, we've had coffee in the fuging rooms, haven't we? We've had coffee in the fuging rooms overlooking the Thames. Not that we've been there.
Yes.
Yes.
We've never been there, so we wouldn't have any idea.
Yeah, telling our local MP why he should vote for Brexit.
Which would have been fine if we had politicians willing to do what the people told them.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, yes.
Yeah, I look back with the hindsight of the politicians we've had and said that Remain should have been voted for instead.
Remain?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Not because I believe that would have been the better option if carried out effectively, but because I look back now and realise that Leave was never going to be carried out effectively by the politicians that were lined up for taking over.
Very true. Very true. Yes. Yes, well, there you go. Right, we're running out of news, aren't we? Running out of news because it's the same shit, different day, isn't it? So are we still? Are America still blockading the blockade of the blockade?
Yes.
That blockaded the blockade.
Yes, but, and I haven't found out entirely about this, apparently Trump wants to take the Strait of Hormuz now by force.
Yeah.
And it's going to be almost impossible for him.
Why?
Because of, I don't know the story about this one.
Because the Strait of Hormuz is a U.
Which, no,
It's an inverted U.
I don't know the story of this one. It really upsets me that I don't know. But apparently there was a naval disaster there in World War One that now makes it almost impossible for any naval action to take place there at any speed and mobility.
All right.
So Trump wanting to send in a naval fleet to take it by force is going to be extremely difficult.
No, Trump wanted NATO to send in a naval force to take it by force.
Did he actually ask NATO to do it then?
He's asked NATO to go and have a crack just because he wanted to start a war, which is what NATO's not what NATO is about.
Well, NATO's about defence.
Yes.
Right? Sometimes the best defence is a good offence.
Yes.
Sometimes helping your allies is important.
All right.
Israel and Iran have been large enemies for quite a while. Kind of our fault as a nation. The UK's kind of responsible for that.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
When we promised Israel that we would help support them after the Great War, after we got them out of the boot of the Ottoman Empire, and we stayed around for 6 months, went, cool, the Ottomans aren't coming back, you've got it yourselves now, we're leaving, and left half a dozen different tribes with different interpretations of religions alone to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of on us.
No, it's not.
We made a promise and we broke it. That's on us.
No, we right. Run me by that again. We sorted it all out, World War One, and we said, there you go, sort it out yourselves.
No. Pre-World War One, we had an attaché.
Sorry, I was looking for a new story.
We had an attaché, Thomas Edward Lawrence, also known more commonly as Lawrence of Arabia, who had gone down to the deserts in the Ottoman Empire and was working with different tribes and different rebellion groups against the Turks. He was given permission, ish. He wasn't given permission to do what he was doing by the government or by the armed forces. But when the war broke out in 1914, he was given permission.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he was given permission by the army, by the British Army, to authorise actions out there. And he was told to promise them that British Army High Command told him to give them a promise that once the war was over and the Turks had been driven out of the region, that Britain would stay, support and help develop new nations for these tribes to access the resources that were being stolen from them by the Turks. 1918 comes in. We've lost so many troops that we're now shattered and exhausted. The entire way through, we have been saying we're going to keep this promise. And by the end of 1919, we have buried our dead and left. We made a promise that we would stay and help them. We fought, we stayed to bury our dead, and we left. We gave them no help. We made a promise. We broke our promise. That is on us.
Okay.
So the Middle East issue is a problem that the British Empire created 100 years ago because we were too tired to do anything.
Thank you, Lenny Henry. Next, you're going to be arguing that that 19 trillion reparations for the slavery should be paid.
No, because I'm not arguing that it's our responsibility to fix the mistakes because we're not the people
Okay.
that cause the mistakes.
Okay.
All I'm simply saying is that we need to, as a nation, acknowledge the fact of our past.
Okay.
We have done some great things. We defeated fascism. We stopped the slave trade for the most part, that organised European slave trade anyway.
But we didn't start the fire.
What fire? 1666,
The
London?
fire,
Yeah, that was us.
The fire that's always been burning.
Oh, that one? Yeah,
Yeah.
no. We just boosted it with the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
That, mind you, was started in France.
By an Englishman in France. It'd have to be an Englishman in France.
Yeah, because Germany wasn't a unified nation at that point.
Yeah. Copenhagen,
you found more news then?
Johannesburg, a 75-year-old woman running for mayor in South Africa's biggest city went snorkeling in a large water-filled trench in Suburban Road in a stunt to draw attention to what she describes as years of mismanagement by the city's authorities. She's 75, she's running for mayor. How much longer has she got?
Well, Trump's one foot in the grave and running as president.
Yeah. Look, there it goes. Trump's brain, it's flying around on its own because yeah, there you go. There's no real strange news. What can we take?
Well, I mean,
I'm getting a bit.
Australia.
Right. Australia's always strange. I love Australia because they're no nonsense, aren't they?
Yeah, this is a thing from a few years ago now, though. Right? Do you know about the time that Australia lost a prime minister?
But they put him down. Forget what they put him.
Worse.
God.
Right? So, I can't remember his name, but there was this Australian prime minister that absolutely loved swimming.
All right.
Right? And he was on the way back from a meeting that he had back to his official ministerial house, and I was driving along a coastal road.
Right. God.
And he brought some swimwear with him, and he went, "Gents, I know you haven't really secured it yet, but I really fancy going for a swim. Can we pull over onto this beach and let me just go for a swim for half hour?" And all of his security team were like, "Yeah, sure, we'll do a quick security of it and we'll blockade that little bit of the beach for you." Right? So,
sorry, go on.
He goes and gets himself changed.
Yeah.
He gets in the water.
Yeah.
And he's swimming around, and his security team have advised him for about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And they never see him again.
He
just swam.
He wasn't called Reginald Perrin, was he? You wouldn't get that.
Yeah, he just swam.
Reggie Perrin.
Just out into the middle of nowhere and disappeared. No one's seen him since.
Okay.
Like, how do you lose?
Well, it'd be one thing, he won't be eaten by sharks because that'd be professional courtesy. It'd be cannibalism. Right, a professional cornhole player and quadruple amputee is arrested for murder. A professional cornhole player who is a quadruple amputee has been arrested in connection with a fatal shooting. Right. The sheriff's office said in a press. Right, so this is in his hometown, La Plata.
Please say Florida. Please say Florida.
Where's MD? Where's MD in America? What would that be? Massachusetts?
MD is
30 miles south of Washington, D.C. Anyway, the sheriff's office said in a press release that passengers in the back seat saw Webber shoot Frederick Michael Wells. I'm a quadruple amputee.
prosthetic arms.
Well, no, because look, even if they are prosthetic arms, how do you hold and pull the trigger?
Science is an amazing thing these days.
I'm not being funny. Look at the size of the stumps.
Yeah, science is an amazing thing these days.
The stumps on the end of his arms are about that big. And he can fucking.
Science is an amazing thing these days. They've managed to create the ability to move the fingers individually. It takes a lot of training to do it and a lot of practice to relearn that.
Before he pulled over, right, so before he pulled over and asked them to help pull the victim out of the car, they refused and left him, at which point Webber fled with the victim still in the car. All passengers knew each other, authorities said.
What? Oh my lord, is that the time already?
God, where are we? Are we over 30 minutes? We've got to be over 30 minutes.
36.
36 minutes.
No, 30 minutes, 36 seconds when I said it. It's now 34.
34 minutes.
44.
44 minutes. Seconds.
Put
my glasses back on so I can see. No, you can't see me.
We're just gone up to 31 minutes.
31 minutes. Right. Thanks for watching. It's been a bit of a boring one, really, isn't it? Because we got interrupted by the director for 5 minutes.
And then we lost all the news because there was nothing really strange happening that hasn't happened already.
So please, and I don't know whether this is reaching Lord Chimpley.
Lord Chimpley or Tim Pearson.
Yes. If it is reaching you again, please contact us. We have missed you, and I know you've possibly missed us. It was nothing personal, but we had to move studios.
Yeah, the Don of Basildon and Lingo was getting rather upset with us.
Yes. So we've now come to, we'll work out what it is.
Yeah, we've now come to a classified location in a restricted studio.
And we can't tell you. You know what we should do? Is we should actually turn the studio around. So we got the window in from the back and a silhouette. Right? Disguise our voices. And then we can sue ourselves for copyright.
Except this video would be owed as evidence for that.
Make millions. We could make ourselves millionaires by suing ourselves for copyright.
No, because unfortunately we'd get the damages. Yeah, we'd get damages, but that would only come to a few hundred, and then it would be money lost. It'd be profits lost.
Profits?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's say goodbye. Bye. Right. Now we're off out.
Yeah.
So now we've gone. So profits lost. Explain profits lost.
So as you're making money. Oh, they're still here. Hello. Oh, we thought that just saying goodbye meant that you would go.
No, you're still there.
Right, yeah, we thought that saying goodbye meant that you all left. We didn't realise we had to turn the camera off.
No, I'm still here. I'm still listening.
That's fine. So,
you're gonna get the brakes on this chair fixed.
So, in that case, then we'll say bye. Bye. So now that they're
gone,
the red thing's still there. They can still hear us.
Really? Really?
Yeah. This bit was still up here.
What bit was still up where?
The recording mentioned.
Oh right, okay.
But yeah. So anyway, actually say goodbye now. If they're still here after any of that nonsense.
Bye.
If you want to find
left hand, it's got the ring.
That was a Sims 2 gag.
Call back. It's got the ring. Stab yourself in my thumb. Just press the off button. Bye.
Oh, you haven't told them where to find us yet.
Oh yeah, Gap38.
Gap38. You can find us Gap38 in the beginning on Spotify. Gap38
_
just Gap38 there
Gap38.
for YouTube, and Gap38 _ official on Gap38 _ official on Twitter. So the website formerly known as Twitter.
Yes, that's why I can't shave properly, because I can't tell left and right.
So, thank you all for watching.
I'll shave. I'll do that.
Thank you all for watching. If for some unknown reason you still are, we thank you very much. We appreciate it very much.
Yes. Leave us comments, thoughts, stories you'd like us to cover, questions, anything at all.
Yeah.
and we'll do our best to cover it.
Yeah, help us pad out the times.
Thank you.
Thank
Because the times, they are a-changing.
Yes, but the news stories, they are not. So thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.